This.
And you're live.
And we're live. That's fantastic. That's very good. With a little touch, we're going to unlock our... Oh, look, I was reading Ebert's review of Ponyo. This was my lunchtime activity today. This is the last thing that was on my tablet. Was reading one of the last of the wonderful Ebert reviews that he did online before he actually couldn't write anymore, and he left us. What a shame, but what a great guy. One of the guys who inspired me to be a writer, actually.
Really?
Mr. Roger Ebert. Yes, there's a certain personalized style that he always had in his movie reviews, and he made it sound like you didn't have to be more than a very deeply caring casual fan. You didn't have to be an elitist. You didn't have to be a film reviewer who came from some stuffy academic background. No. Ebert made his movie reviews sounded so amiable and so personable in a way, you know. But that's the last thing I was reading here on the tablet. So it's nice to have everything ready. We've got the live show going. We've got the tablets. We've got the hotline, by the way. And since you guys are on Torn Tuesday, we're going to introduce our guest in just a minute. But this is house cleaning, the general public service announcement. This is Torn Tuesday, and once again, we're live from the heart of geekdom here in Hollywood, Meltdown Comics. My name's Clifford, also known online as Quick Beam, longtime writer and reporter and bon vivant at theonering.net, and actually co-writer and producer of Ringer's Lord of the Fans, which is something we're going to bring up in conversation in the next coming week. We have some big surprises. We have some big announcements in store. You know, we didn't reveal everything at Comic-Con, which was a great experience. What was before we get to Torn Tuesday, and you guys know that's our acronym for theonering.net, welcome to our live show. Justin, my usual co-host, is in the background. Hello, Justin, in the background. And we have other lovely friends hiding in.
Hi, Johnny. Hi, Noel.
We're gonna ask you guys to chime in from time to time on issues of current fandom that are agitating for some, pleasing for many. Okay. And Daisy, my dear, it's
Hi.
lovely to have you.
It's lovely to see you again.
BlondeNinja, right?
BlondeNinja 221B.
221B. No, that's blonde with an E, right?
Instagram, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, drop the 221B on Instagram.
That's right. And as all fandom comes together on these live shows and on these podcasts, we've got so much to talk about. Another triple $1 million digit hit for Marvel Universe with Ant-Man.
Oh, loved it.
Me loved it too.
I
Very
did.
fun. Who doesn't love a good heist movie? A. Who doesn't love a good heist movie set in a familiar comic book universe? B. Okay. Did you still smell any of the original script and the original touches of the director who left the project, Mr. Wright?
Yeah,
You know.
I definitely could have the Edgar Wright feel for
The
there
Edgar
for
Wright,
sure.
the Shaun of the Dead director. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
His imprint is still very much on Ant-Man. If you guys haven't seen it, yes, thumbs up. Yes.
Seen it.
Haven't seen it? Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it? Okay. We have and Justin, what's your one-word review of Ant-Man?
Haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it. Okay, that's three.
Haven't
Why
seen
you're on
it.
the show?
Three shows. Okay, now this is why Daisy and I are going to... We've got lots to talk about. The possible expansion of the Warner Brothers cinematic universe of Middle-earth, which we affectionately call MECU, Middle-earth Cinematic Universe. We're going to talk about that in parallel with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which we're starting to trust as fans is just an engine, a very capable engine that could. And the jokes with Thomas the Train in Ant-Man, I mean, the little engine that could, all of a sudden becomes like one of the most, one of the best sight gags in Marvel history. I mean, the movie didn't have that wacky edge feeling of Guardians of the Galaxy, but what Ant-Man had going for it was really strong Michael Douglas, bam, and really agreeable, always likable, every man himself, Paul Rudd. But there's something about Paul Rudd as like, oh God, he's in prison, he's a heist guy, he's the ultimate safecracker. He seemed a little bit too clean cut to have been from that criminal underworld. What do you think, as far as casting goes? Or should...
But he doesn't really fit in with that crowd, though. Remember, he's like, I'm giving that up. I'm not.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
Paul Rudd. He can do whatever he wants.
Take his shirt off, make all the girls in the audience swoon. There was some fangirl swooning in the house in our IMAX showing, and our very own connection to The Hobbit has to be this Evangeline Lilly character.
She was amazing. amazing.
Major character now, not just a sideline B character with a subplot, but as you see at the coda, always got to stay for the end credits coda in a Marvel film. Miss Evangeline Lilly is now going to be our Wasp.
Yep.
No spoilers here, guys, but this is like major. Okay, there's this old classic Avengers comic book. I mean, really Silver Age. I think it came out in 1968, and it shows little Wasp in her little green beret and her cute little outfit, you know, the way they originally drew Wasp, flying right over Thor and the Captain, you know, and all these characters, and I thought, why couldn't we have had Wasp so much earlier in the Avengers mix? And now Ant-Man is going to be showing up in the next Captain America. Did you see the post-credits extra coda at the end bit?
Oh yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
You're like, oh my god, what? What? My friends who weren't that familiar with the Marvel stuff didn't quite click and understand.
They're like, what's going on? It's like, this is the lead-in for the
Civil
Wars.
War. Yeah. Hello? Anybody? Bueller? Did you stay for that? All right. What?
I actually missed it.
You missed it? Okay.
One does not simply not stay after the credits.
Did for the
One
first.
does not simply. One does not. Seriously. That's a measure of geekdom in and of itself, is whether you're willing to stay through the extra 8 to 10 minutes of credits to see if, even the possibility, that there's a coda.
There's always. It's Marvel.
It's Marvel, yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right.
Johnny.
You guys.
There's a lot of people that haven't stayed through the whole credits. Like they're missing out on the second thing. And
Because there's the one, and then they.
One.
yeah, on most of them. And then, but
On most of them, there is just
only
one.
one Middle Earth film had a post-credit scene.
Okay, there's one instance I remember. Do you remember it? Oh, I might be dull as toast. Like, my memory's not as sharp as it used to be. But I'm telling you, I remember this. There was a time when there was a post-special item, when the original Lord of the Rings trilogy was playing theatrically. There was a special re-release of The Fellowship of the Ring. It appeared about 5 or 6 weeks into its theatrical run. And gosh, it was still cranking money like Titanic level weekends. The Fellowship of the Ring still had another 23 million, another 25 million, weekend after weekend after weekend. It just kept up making money like Titanic did. And do you remember this? There was the special sneak peek of The Two Towers, which was the first chance ever that the audiences got a glimpse of Helm's Deep, or, you know, the spectacular lightning that flickered on each side of Viggo Mortensen's face as they look out over the ramparts, you know,
Viggo
above the
Mortensen.
Deeping Wall. Viggo on the Deeping Wall. All right. It's amazing. So that is the only time there's ever been a post-credits special item in a Middle-earth film. But it's a cute gag. I like it, and I'm glad I stayed in Ant-Man. My other friends were like, we're going to the bathroom, we'll meet you out in the lobby. And they left in a huff. I was the only one out of my group who stayed.
They missed out.
They missed out. Yes, they did. So what do you think? What are the chances for DC Cinematic Universe to get to that level where Marvel is already at now? I really want to ask just an outside geek, you know, conventional wisdom question.
I really don't know if they're gonna get that as far up as Marvel is. I mean, they've already have such deep roots that it's like, I mean, with the Suicide Squad coming out, they have a chance, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know. See? There's a question in the air. And what about the concept of Warner Brothers yanking that chain in the rolling Harry Potter universe? There's going to be 3 more Harry Potter universe films. So the Potterverse cinematic universe is going. All right? And that leads us logically to the very next step. This is the part where we get our appetites, all our hobbity appetites, ready for a second helping, a second breakfast. What do you say? There's so much stuff in the appendix. You know that they could.
I definitely want a second breakfast, an 11Z's, an afternoon tea, supper, lunch, and all that stuff.
Supper and dinner. Dinner and supper.
I'm too excited to even get these straight. Let's just do it.
And a late night-cap.
Let's just do it right now.
Okay.
Let's just start filming it. You can be Gandalf.
I'm there. Okay. I'd love to do that. Younger Gandalf when he first arrives on the shores.
Who do I get to be? I just chose your character. You can choose mine.
How about, you know what? I would like to see the further adventures of Belladonna Took.
Ooh, wait.
Bilbo's mom.
I know, but...
But why? How did she get such a reputation of having the spirit of adventure in her family?
Yeah.
How about stories from a female Hobbit's point of view that have never been told.
Let's do it.
Let's do that. I mean,
Done.
every Hobbit story we've ever gotten has been from the male Hobbits. Why don't we do something from Rosie's point of view or from Bilbo's mom? I mean, how did Gandalf become good friends with Belladonna?
Exactly.
I want to know how they met, how she, and what kind of adventures did Gandalf send her off on?
I bet they met on Twitter.
Mischief. Mischief. You guys, this is going to be, no, seriously, I think the first thing...
Piss off enough people about having the Hobbit or any more women in Middle-earth?
Yeah. Let's change that.
There are so many other female...
Need to be changed?
What?
Yes.
How about meeting Aragorn's mother? All right, here's what I think is most likely. With the chance that Warner Brothers is going to shake its moneymaker again with the Middle-earth cinematic universe, what would you say to, young Legolas, who has already been set up by Thranduil to go and find Strider? How about Legolas meets Strider, and how about they have a buddy movie, including The Hunt for Gollum? And who would play a younger Viggo Mortensen? Assuming
That's
that
what I was gonna say. I'm like, you can't replace him.
would Orlando agree to come back and play his eternally unchanging age of Legolas?
Probably, but who would be Vigo? Who would you say would be able to be okay for that?
I've actually, somebody in the room said Armie Hammer. Once we had talked about this conversation once, that Armie Hammer could be a really good young Aragorn.
The chat room says Esmeralda Brandybuck.
Esmeralda Brandybuck?
Luke Evans said that he wanted to be Aragorn in the interview we did on the street, but he's
already-
still too old.
Nah, he's already Bard. He can't be a young
That's
Aragorn
okay.
and be Bard.
That's okay. Both is good.
You think?
Yeah.
You can't get enough Luke Evans, that's for sure. Can't get enough Luke Evans. No, I kind of like, what's his name? TikTok. He plays in the Hunger Games as...
Liam
Liam
Hemsworth.
Liam Hemsworth. Yes. Liam Hemsworth as a possible young Aragorn. Anybody?
I could see it.
I just see rusty wheels spinning in the distance. No one's even... I'm not getting any good feedback on this. All right. We should actually consider talking to our live friends on the live chat. Since that's why we're doing Torn Live, why don't we talk to our friends?
Who's that?
Because Armie Hammer is hot. Oh, yeah, Eravandi. Well, a lot of fangirls think Armie Hammer is hot. Okay, what? Esmeralda Brandybuck. A young Aragorn. Jamie Bell? Liam Hemsworth? Talking to the chat room. There's also the hotline. You guys can connect with us. You can call us on the hotline or send us a text message. Okay? It's,
She's gonna call.
You are ready? Yeah, bring it. Even though you're sitting in the room, you can still call the hotline. Do we have the running scroll over us with the hotline number?
No.
We don't?
Not yet.
Okay. It's
you
area
go
code
like this?
530, number 4, number 6, number 4, FRODO. Area code 530-64 Frodo. For Frodo. That's right. So who would you ideally like to see? How about an unknown person, a completely unknown actor called discovering young talent? This is what a lot of directors like to do, and that way, this person can spring something new to it, without having to be in the middle of this. Oh, he's replacing Viggo stuff. Could Viggo come back and conceivably play young Strider, meeting Legolas for the first time?
Maybe.
This is where we're going to meet Orlando Bloom's mother. Okay. Not Orlando Bloom's mother, even though her character is strangely talked about in Battle of the Five Armies quite a lot. All this stuff about Legolas's mom and what happened to her. Those further details might come to life in a future movie with Strider and Legolas. But we would meet Gilraen, and we'd discover her reasons for wanting to raise her son in secrecy in Rivendell. We would learn about the paternal, fatherly relationship, the stepfather relationship between Elrond and Aragorn. We'd learn so many cool things about these characters. It's all in the appendix.
Nobody wants to see
Warner
that.
Brothers could do it. You don't think they're going to do a buddy movie?
Nobody wanted 3 Hobbit movies. Nobody definitely wants to see Legolas's mother.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
Liam Hemsworth is okay, but he doesn't excite me much.
Okay, Eravandi, you're honest. Okay, totally honest. I appreciate that. Okay, what do you think?
Well,
We'll put the question to Daisy now. Your ideal other movies or other TV shows, maybe an anthology TV show series that we could do in Middle Earth Cinematic Universe. What do you think?
I really don't know.
No? How about Elrond's story? Like a whole Hugo Weaving movie all about him and his life.
I really want the backstory for Legolas and the whole Strider thing. Like, that's when he's like, you've got to go, even though he told him the wrong direction to go pretty much, but I still want that. Have him going on his long adventure, saying, my dad told me to go the wrong way, I gotta go back the other way.
I know. There's the success of the fan film, The Hunt for Gollum, which is a fan movie that you guys can watch. It's really, really good quality stuff. But that story is also in the appendix. There's thousands and thousands of years of history. There's even the destruction of Numenor and all this early, like, Second Age stuff. Sauron corrupting the ring makers and Celebrimbor and getting them to make rings of power. All that stuff is in there.
I would say start with the one that I want, because that's what... No, hear me out.
Okay,
because more people are familiar with that, so
Yeah.
you're going to get more people on board, and then you can branch out like Marvel does. They kind of stuck with the root thing, doing more Iron Man, and people are like, I know that guy. He already did a movie. So kind of get the base where everybody knows, and then branch out, and then take over everybody, and then be like, we own this.
Nah, I get it. So yes. So if we learn about the young king in exile, the young Aragorn, and it's funny, the Hobbit movie comes to a screeching halt, so that Thranduil can talk for several minutes to his son Legolas about going to find this guy Strider. Thorin doesn't get a funeral, okay?
Not yet.
I know, I mean, come on. But there's important things missing in that movie. But the movie at least stops to give us this setting up Legolas to meet young Strider. And I'm telling you guys, it's not a red herring. That is the biggest open door. You within the next 6 to 8 months, don't be the least bit surprised if there's some major announcement from Warner Brothers.
With me playing Legolas, yeah.
Yes. With Daisy playing Legolas.
So I have the hair for it.
You do. I wanna. Oh, who would play Gilraen? Who would be really interesting as Aragorn's mother?
Right
Who
there.
could be an interesting actress?
Johnny.
Oh no, think Cat. Yeah, okay, Johnny. Yeah, in with special shoes and the right kind of outfit.
And a beard.
And then the beard. Okay, all right. You could do the bearded lady like Kathy Bates did in American Horror Story. That'd be hysterical. I'd love that. No,
Bearded lady?
She was
Kathy Bates.
amazing.
You don't watch American Horror Story?
No, I get scared.
Dude, it's the Kathy Bates and Jessica Lange, the two best things that could ever happen to American television together.
My petite.
And Angela Bassett. Oh yes.
Oh. Next season because Gaga.
Gaga's gonna be in it. Okay. And Chloe Sevigny. When Chloe Sevigny gets turned into a crazy mutant thing in Asylum in the second season of American Horror Story, Chloe Sevigny goes there. As an actress, she does one of the most courageous things I've seen in a long time. She just goes for the freaky. It's a crazy show in a good way. But
Everybody goes for freaky in that show.
okay, I keep thinking the bearded dwarf ladies in The Hobbit would be so, perfect to have their own story held by Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates leading a separate Middle-earth movie about bearded dwarf women.
I'd watch it.
I'm
twice.
so down. I'm so down.
That can be our third one that's made.
Okay, that'd be awesome. Who would play Gilraen?
Well, maybe we should
I don't see any casting suggestions in the chat room. Come on, guys, any ideas?
give people an
Who?
idea of why
Aragorn's mom?
on the show.
Richard Madden for young Strider.
Okay, a Richard Madden for young Strider. Okay, yeah. Okay. That could be cool, very interesting. How about, who would play Gilraen? Who'd be really, really good? You know what I would like to see? Lady Stone. We all want to see Lady Stoneheart show up in Game of Thrones, as if the showrunners are ever going to bring that character back into the narrative or not. I don't know, but no spoilers. But the actress who plays Catelyn Stark, who died in the Red Wedding, I would like to see her play Aragorn's mom, Gilraen. Now I need to get on IMDb and look up that actress's name, because she's really fabulous. She's really great.
Kid from Super 8, I forgot his name. Oh, I do like him.
The kid from Super 8?
What is his name?
Oh, yeah, hey, now it's time for IMDb. We'll have to look that up
He's
right
a
now.
stud.
How old is he now, the kid from Super 8, the lead kid?
Like 13.
Old enough? Let's see.
That was like 5 years ago.
Such a fascinating IMDb. There it is, right here. Ah, thank you, interwebs. Thank you, Al Gore, for the interwebs. Ha.
How about an undiscovered actress?
Bam, Daisy. Yeah, so Daisy,
Just kidding.
tell us more. Well, Justin, you guys,
What?
you
Hey, well, I have some photos.
you have some? You're gonna show some?
From Daisy's Instagram.
Okay, stolen photos. You guys have to see this.
Prolific, Daisy gets around. And,
Oh, Johnny's checking it
Let
out.
me see if I can find some.
Okay, Game of Thrones.
So, here's a picture of Chris Hardwick.
Oh, well, no.
Where did you meet Chris Hardwick?
We met him at a couple different comedy shows he did in Salt Lake. We brought him cookies and he freaked out. It was really funny.
You know he records his podcast on the other side of that wall.
Yeah, I know. I kind of freaked
He
out when I
does.
realized we were coming here.
When you walked up the stairs, you kind of smelled that room.
I did.
That would be Michelle Fairley. The actress I was talking about was Michelle Fairley.
So you can say you've been in Nerdy's podcast room.
Who's that?
Hmm?
Who's that?
Eravandi.
I like you.
Oh, Eravandi's awesome. I do need to say a big shout out to all my friends and the usual audience members that we have joining us live in the chat room. It's great to see you, Marfels, Sarah, Eravandi, and Spirited Book. Hello, good to see you. And who else is in here? Esme, you're here too. Very good. I don't know if Pippin or Pete happen to be present, but or Max, you know. But if you guys show up, we'd love to see you. It's always good. We have chat regulars, and we have the most wonderful supportive audience. They come to chill and enjoy the show. We just recently had a nice interview with Billy Boyd. Not too long ago. He sat in this very spot. Right here.
We love him.
Yeah. Billy Boyd is super awesome fun.
Well, here's a picture of you and Billy.
Which one?
Oh, yeah. Oh. There you go.
No, that was from on the Boulevard thing.
Really? That was
That
right
at
here?
the premiere?
Yeah, that was the premiere, and I think we got like 8 pictures. He took my phone and took every funny picture that he could.
He's so great. The new album is great, by the way. The new Beefcake album is great.
1, 2, 3, 5.
You met Billy Boyd 5 times?
When we did FantasyCon, I got to go up on
That's
stage.
right.
I got to be Pippin.
Oh, you did?
And then I cried after because I was so happy.
Oh, that's so brilliant. That was you and that Pippin. I'm telling you. Isn't Billy Boyd always just so gracious
He's
and
just a
adorable?
breath of fresh air. I just want to put him in my pocket and walk around with him.
See, yeah, he's adorable. He is. He's super, super cute. Oh, Dwarven Photobomb with... Oh, there you go. Join us as we chat with her on Torn. Tuesday. That's where we are right now.
I'm not good with this.
You're very good with this, Daisy.
You were at the party, though, right?
Yeah, I went to the
So
party
you've
and
been-
we hung out. Remember? We took an Nessie together. Bam.
Right. I didn't find that on your Instagram, though.
It's on there. It's a double picture.
To be a true fangirl, and to be like a dedicated fangirl, what kind of conventions do you really want to prioritize throughout the calendar year? I mean, what kind of events do you really want to go to that are most important for you to keep this engagement going?
First of all, FantasyCon is by far the best con.
Oh yes, loved FantasyCon.
Like,
that was a great experience.
when we found out that it was going to be in 2016 and not 15,
Yeah.
we cried again. But not happy tears. They were tears of
A
sadness.
one year hiatus for FantasyCon in Salt Lake City.
Yes.
Damn.
Valerie does an awesome job with that, for sure.
Yeah, she does. It is awesome. And have you been? How many times have you been to San Diego Comic-Con? Not even?
Bring it up.
Oh, no. Oh, see? Now, considered the crown jewel of the convention goer's experience, I'm telling you something.
I need to go.
It's difficult to deal with sometimes with the just
People.
getting it done, the people, the stress on the infrastructure of everything you're trying to get done. It's such cray-cray. It's
yeah.
capital C hyphen capital C cray-cray.
They're kind of fighting with Salt Lake Comic Con right now, so it's.
Are they?
I am from Salt Lake, so.
I know. You want to support the home team.
Yeah, that is my home team, so I got to take care of them.
Amelia Clark as Gilraine. Oh, yes. We could do Amelia Clark as Gilraine, but
She's pretty.
She's pretty, but I think we might need someone a little bit older. Like, if you want to show her near the twilight of her years, then maybe we get someone like Blythe Danner. I think Blythe Danner would be a fantastic, like, older Gilraine.
Oh,
You know?
I am on your Instagram.
Oh, look at that. That's
Should I
perfect.
just pull it up?
Yeah. Let's just show them.
Oh, can't focus, but it's there.
How was your experience at our party? Our
We
big
had
last party?
so much fun. We were all there.
Yes, that's right. I remember seeing you guys there. Actually,
That was awesome.
I was a bit toasty crunchy from the
Working hard.
delicious alcohol. the bartenders
Your
kept me
vest
going.
was amazing.
Yeah, that fake white faux fur thingy. You guys remember I had this quasi white thorn vest thingy.
I think this is a picture of you and John Bell.
Yeah.
John Bell, he was such a nice kid.
He's so adorable. He's another. I'll put him in my other pocket and walk around with him.
And then here's a picture of you and Roy.
Roy
He's
Tolkien.
so sweet. When I said hi to him, I spoke in an accent, and he's like, "Oh, are you from England?" I was like, "Just kidding."
He's from Wales. He's in the beautiful countryside of Wales.
Bearfundle Bay. I love
Bearfundle
Wales.
Bay.
That's my second home.
Comic-Con. Well, there's...
Did Roy play any characters in Middle-earth besides like a hidden soldier, like an actual...
I would
Tom.
cast... Why haven't we thought of this? Bombadil? Roy Tolkien is Tom Bombadil? Wow. Really?
No, but it would still be funny.
That would be funny. Holy cow. Who would be a good Tom Bombadil? I always thought that Sylvester McCoy always would have been an ideal Bombadil, but now he's such an ideal Radagast.
That would be Tom right there. That man in the back.
That guy's
Did
in
you
there.
hear Sylvester McCoy's comments about Doctor Who? He does not want a woman to be the Doctor.
Really? He does not want a female
There's a
doctor?
lot of energy around, casting the next Doctor as a girl.
Really? Actually, there's...
So he's like, I don't think that's right. I don't think that should happen.
This
I didn't
one.
know that.
Phoenix 874. She feels like an awful fangirl, never been to a convention. Totally fine. There's lots of podcasts and interviews done online. You avoid the smelly people. You avoid the expensive food. But you still got to make priority to go, that's for sure.
Do you know what?
What are the benefits of going to a condo?
That's
Going? Because you
something
get to
worth...
see everything and everyone, and people are there. You get to meet your
But
friends.
it's overwhelming. It's just like like you said, it's a lot of money. It's smelly. It's tiring.
Well, that's from what I understand. San Diego Comic Con is way different from like all the other ones. Like Salt Lake, I can actually like put my arms out, go like this. San Diego, you're like. Ugh.
Yeah, in San Diego, you just can't even walk across the street without feeling like you're a human sardine. It's crazy inside the convention center. Best thing about FantasyCon was that there was room to breathe, wonderful room for large displays of art,
Awesome people
amazing
there.
things. The dragon.
Awesome people there.
Oh yes, the people, the super awesome people there, like beyond awesome sauce. I'm telling you,
I found this picture.
it's going to be bigger and
no.
shinier and better
What
in
are you
2016.
looking at? I
I'm
fear
looking
for
on
how
your Instagram.
I fear how deep you're
Who's
getting
that?
into my Instagram. Oh, that's Tom Felton.
Where'd you meet him?
Tom
He was
Felton is
at
cool.
Fanex in January.
Yes.
He was cute. It was the Salt Lake Comic Con other thing, so they could kick another convention out. So they have two.
Tom Fenton.
Felton.
Felton, of course. I meant to say Felton.
What's Pickford's sweetheart?
Mr. Felton, Draco Malfoy, crossing over with Andy Serkis and working with him on Planet of the Apes movie. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was a Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings crossover moment in an Apes movie.
Yeah, but what's Pickford's sweetheart?
Have you ever seen a Harry Potter musical? Only one of the greatest things to ever exist. That's what I made you watch last night. They go to, instead of going to Hogwarts, they go to Pigfarts, and instead of having Dumbledore, they got Rumble Roar.
That sounds delicious.
It is awesome. Darren Criss plays Harry Potter.
Really?
Star Kid. You've never seen Star Kid.
This sounds really,
Is there
really
anybody
cool.
else who's seen Star Kid?
The Harry Potter musical parody.
Yeah, a Harry Potter musical, a Harry Potter sequel. The high school one isn't my favorite. No, it's on YouTube.
I'm going to do it right here. I've got YouTube right here. As a matter of fact.
It is like the greatest thing ever. There is a little bit of vulgarity though. It's definitely not for kids.
I'm so looking this up. The Harry Potter.
I even got engaged at a site. Aww.
I should look up Star Kid.
Just look up AVPM.
AVPM.
Wow.
Wow. There it is,
it
a Harry
is.
Potter musical.
There it is.
23 videos from Team Star Kid.
Yep.
Wow.
Everybody in the chat-
11 million views.
11?
11 million views for a Harry Potter musical Act 1, Part 1.
I'm a terrible Harry Potter fan.
It-
11 million views. Oh, this looks great.
Gotta get back to Hogwarts. I gotta get back to school. See, we need to make a play with Lord of the Rings now.
That sounds
Like
great.
this.
Okay, a fan-made musical.
Taking Asian jokes.
Oh, this sounds so good. I've got to check this out. I've got to do the live show now. But thank you for turning me on to it. Daisy, you have done me a big favor introducing me to this. As we talk about, we know there's a guaranteed expansion of the DC universe. Marvel universe is already very strong. And we know the Harry Potter cinema universe will continue, as we know now.
I want to know why there isn't an equal Lord of the Rings parody that's that epic.
Let's get on
Like,
that.
why isn't there? Do you think there's something in Tolkien fandom that's like, it's too sacred, we can't...
No.
No, are you kidding? There's the big Broadway musical spoof of Lord of the Rings called, oh, is your elbow okay?
We're good. I don't
Sorry
have
about
feeling
that.
anyway.
It's called Fellowship with an exclamation point. Remember the big musical that they're good friends of ours. There has been great musical parody. And
wait till you watch this and you'll get the idea of the humor of it.
And they're fans, by the way, but they professionally did a production, okay? And they tried not to get sued. They were dodging every lawsuit, but they're really doing a great job. I want to see this fan musical. But what was I going to ask you about? Do you think that in years to come, at an unknown time, if the Silmarillion, or the rights to the Silmarillion, are ever, handed by the family or licensed by the family to anybody else to try, do you think that it should be an anthology TV series much in the way that Game of Thrones is set up? Or do you think they should go for chock-a-block feature films and make a whole bunch of feature films around it?
I think as long as Michael Bay doesn't get a hold of it,
Oh,
I
God.
think we'll be okay.
Oh God, bite your tongue. No! 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 Michael Bay in Middle-earth Cinematic Universe. No! Ah! Okay. Back in the control room.
Gosh,
Back in the control room. I'm going to let Joy get back to the controls.
Time out. Young Aragorn, can we just have Nicolas Cage and call it good?
yeah, what? Nicolas Cage now or Nicolas Cage in 1996?
And all the theme music will be Nickelback.
Oh,
Think about it.
funny. If you're gonna, all right. If Warner Brothers is gonna play their cards the way I anticipate, you will have Orlando Bloom again reprising the role of Legolas because
He doesn't age.
He doesn't age, even though Fellowship of the Ring Legolas does. He looks like a tiny little baby. He looks like a little baby. Our Hobbit age Legolas is supposed to be younger, 60 years younger, and he only looks a little bit fuller in the face, just a little bit. But anyways, if Legolas comes back, as is Orlando Bloom, and they switch to a younger actor to be a younger Aragorn, and he's already, 86 years old when he admits his age to Éowyn in extended version of The Two Towers, which is one of my favorite conversations. We're going to learn a lot about his Númenórean bloodline. We're going to learn a lot about the other Rangers. We could have a lot of other characters they could invent. And then they'll start seeding this stuff about the Northern Kingdom of Arnor.
I have a feeling like
Then they'll do branch films.
Cliff.
This is what I revealed at Comic-Con. You weren't there.
Cliff.
Yes.
You have something to tell us.
I have admitted it on this show already, and I'll admit it to you now again. I overheard someone say...
Cliff.
I overheard. It's true. Someone broke their non-disclosure agreement, and he stopped and said, "Oh, I've said too much. I've broken my NDA." Because he actually was telling me Warner Brothers isn't done with these Middle-earth films yet. Did you know that?
No.
And he went like this to me, like...
That was like a Chris Hardwick thing right there. I like it.
Does he? Okay, I love Mr. Hardwick. But it's funny. So, I didn't get any of the specifics about who, what, when, or why, but it makes complete sense to me, given the dialogue that we hear in Battle of the Five Armies.
That's just, it opens that up. It's almost like they turn and be like, yeah, you should go find him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if Lee Pace had done that, like, then I thought there would have been like a sound effect or a Foley sound of like, yeah. Huh.
I still winked with the wrong eye.
They probably would have given a little digital sparkle of his eye sparkling while it winked at the audience. But it was that heavy-handed. With the announcement of not one, but 3 movies in the Harry Potter universe, written by J.K. Rowling herself, I was convinced when that guy broke his NDA and he shut himself up and said, "Oh gosh, I really have said too much to you," because I was wearing the OneRing.net T-shirt, and he started to figure out who he was talking to.
Of all people,
So
to spill the beans to.
Yeah, he spilled the beans to Quick Beam. Hello, that's what we do at the OneRing.net.
Spill the beans to Quick Beam.
I've been filling the air in fandom with this energy, this conversation about what Warner Brothers is going to announce, what it might look like.
Do you think they'll announce something when they release the extended edition? Be like, oh hey, by the way.
Well, there is going to be a special 6-box, 6-movie edition this coming fourth quarter, just in time for Christmas shopping, everybody, or holiday shopping. And yeah, they're going to do that. And Justin is insisting that next year, a year from now, there will be extended special editions where Peter Jackson is going to rework the first trilogy from 15 years ago. And he's going to rework that and then rework the Hobbit films and re-release all 6 films as a mega special edition that has all new footage and all new stuff.
I'm going to need a lot
That's
of
his
pizza.
assertion. That's his assertion.
I've been saying that for 3 years. You guys haven't believed me, but now it's like, oh, maybe that's true. But Cliff, do you want special edition, extended editions? Would you rather have 4.5-hour movies or spend more effort making new movies? Which one? Sophie's choice.
I don't need to see any more extended editions of Lord of the Rings or Hobbit movies, because good enough is good enough. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I'm fine with that. I'd rather that the studios that are running in Stone Street, right there around the corner from where Peter Jackson lives in Miramar, Wellington. I'd love to see those resources and those people working with Weta, those talented people. I'd like to see them burn their calories on a whole new production set in the Middle-earth universe. And they have the power to do it, because even without the rights to Silmarillion,
Do you agree, Daisy?
the story is in the appendix, and they've got the license to the appendix.
I think you should do it.
All the appendices. The alphabets, the calendar system.
She doesn't agree with you, Cliff.
Who doesn't agree with me?
I said I want it.
Daisy says,
You want more movies?
Duh.
she's starting to sound like Veruca Salt over here. I want it now.
That was a good. It was like Dub Smash or whatever it's called. You did it, and then yeah.
I
Anyway.
want the world.
I
want the whole
apologize.
world.
You've got so much awesome stuff in here that I
It's
am just
distracting.
looking everywhere.
This is the center of geekdom here in LA. This really is. This is a
Oh,
fantastic
that's not cool.
place. What?
That just that
Jigsaw?
just scared the
Evil Jigsaw hanging over us in the rafters.
I just happened to look up and these nice red eyes are looking
his
at me.
razor blade trap is already built. The razor blade trap directly over my head. Thank you very much.
That's terrifying.
It is.
Sorry.
It's kind of funny. No, it's true. But okay, all right. Esme says, I don't want a 6-box. I only want the Hobbit #3 extended edition. So some fans don't even care about a 6-box edition. They just want
Justin, you need to speak
this
up.
last extended version. Excuse us, Battle of the Five Armies is rumored to be anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes additional footage for BOTFA extended. What do you think of that?
I want more.
I want the world. I want the whole world.
That's like how long a funeral needs to be, so I'm gonna say no more battle footage. Leave the battle footage.
No more
as it's
battle
at.
footage?
There was already way too much. I was like, okay.
I loved the disposable troll who
Yeah.
knocks his head into the wall and it expires right after he's done his job. That was
I
just
hope we get a little bit more of a Feely instead of that's my
Oh, yes, Feely. That's your boy?
yeah. Well, she's
Dino
my Keely.
Gorman? You got
Yeah.
Keely?
Yeah, I
Okay,
love
that's
Dean.
awesome.
Well, sorry.
I had the Tolkien fan in me had a problem about the way those characters met their
Death?
fates, their demise. In the book, they're on the battlefield fighting hand and limb to protect Thorin, to stand over Thorin's body,
But
to
then-
protect their uncle. But in this cockamamie way up in Ravenhill, they get split off into tunnels, and then
It's like, we gotta get rid of him soon. Stab that one, get rid of him.
If
Fight for
you-
your girlfriend!
if there's any situation where I think a dwarf would have the upper hand, it's when he's in an underground tunnel trying to get away. I mean, he's a dwarf in a tunnel. Who else is going to be better equipped to get away from orcs? But
He's not a
they
mole
trapped
person.
him so easily. I'm just saying, dwarves are underground. You know, they're used to those environments. They live in those environments. Anyways, but Cliff looks and sounds so mysteriously excited. Well, Marfels, I'm telling you, in the next 6 to 8 months, Warner Brothers is going to put an announcement out and say, we're going to have a young Strider meets Legolas buddy movie.
And who knew in the first place?
I'm telling you, it's my hunch. It's my hunch. It's a hunch combined with somebody who spilled the beans who shouldn't have. And it's funny, I get to protect his identity very easily because I never knew his name. I never knew his name anyways,
Can
so
we
that's
name
fine.
him Henry?
Yeah. I was thinking Bartholomew. I'll name him Bart. Bartholomew.
Bart Henry the Third.
Bart Henry. Henry Bart. All right, Bart Henry III. That's fine.
Yes.
My anonymous tipster, Bart Henry III, who was some guy working for a 3D effects company, you know,
You're
who has
saying too much.
what?
Oh my gosh.
He works for some
Let me
3D
tell you,
effects
the
company. I've
actress
already
he
said this.
works at- Let me tell you his immediate.
Successful is because everyone loves a heist movie, right? The reason why Mulan was so successful is because everyone loves drag, loves gender switching, where she's trying to be a man, you know? And there's this stupid, funny song, I'm gonna make a man out of you, you know? We almost got into Victor Victoria territory, and Disney is the least likely animation house to give us gender switching. Well, Bugs Bunny and Warner Brothers are more likely to give us, you know, Bugs Bunny and drag. But Disney characters don't usually do gender switching, which that's kind of cool. Anyways, but Mulan was so good. Was it ruined by the Eddie Murphy, like totally anachronistic? Yeah, his anachronistic humor. When everything else was so Chinese, like according to that story. But then he was there speaking Eddie Murphy. You think that fit?
I love Wizard.
Yes.
It's not a good
Okay. I liked Mushu, but I think I liked Eddie Murphy better as Donkey in Shrek. Because, you know, Mushu, he was just, you know, whatever. Anyways, I'm an animation guy, so we can talk about Disney animation all the time. Do you guys, alright, trivia question. The final film that was made by Disney Animation under the auspices of Disney, under Disney's watchful eye before he died. You know it?
Song of the South?
Nope, not Song of the South. The last Disney film that was made under his production eye before he died.
Sleeping Beauty?
Nope, a little later. 1967 was the film's release year. Louis Prima singing, I wanna be like you, boo boo.
Jungle Book.
Yes, The Jungle Book. The Jungle Book was Disney's last film.
Okay.
And
I didn't know that.
the
Come on,
Disney
darling.
studios were so terrified that they were gonna not have the film well received, and they weren't quite sure what was going to happen. Walt Disney died in 1966. The film was released in 67, right after his death. And thank you, Justin. Isn't it interesting though that it was a huge, huge financial success. Gregory Peck, at the time, was the president of the Academy, and he petitioned everyone hard to get the Jungle Book to get the Best Picture nomination. But further than that, he pressured everyone in Tinseltown to give Jungle Book the win. He did not get his desires, and because of that, he resigned from his position as president of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. Because Jungle Book did not get an Oscar nomination. That's what Gregory Peck wanted. He was on a major crusade to get the Jungle Book Best Picture. The real first nomination, do you know? First Best Picture nomination that a Disney animated film ever got. Next trivia from our friends here. Do you guys know? No. First Best Picture nomination.
Can we get a year?
Huh?
Is there a year? What year?
I believe that the release of the year this film was, I think it might have been 92.
Beauty and the Beast?
Yes! Yes, Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, 10
Actually
point
got-
Slytherin, right back there.
Was it 90 or 92 when Beauty and the Beast came out?
92.
92? Bam. Okay,
What's
good.
this?
Yeah. I gotta look that up. Okay. Cliff, we cannot hear or see you any longer. Oh, hey. All right. Are we back? Yeah, he's trying to fix it. This is Hollywood Magic. Hi guys. Is this our camera working now? Instead of that one? Crazy citizens. I would love Amelia Clarke in a Middle-earth franchise. I would love Amelia Clarke to show up somewhere, but I don't know if she could be
So-
Aragorn's mom.
She's so beautiful.
You know?
This is not an attractive angle. Justin, what are you thinking?
Perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
Move it wherever you want.
It's a great angle.
Yeah, there you go.
Jigsaw.
Put it up
Yeah,
there next.
you can show Jigsaw now.
There
Oh,
you
wait,
go.
never
How
mind.
about that? Now we got to get this out of the way.
Gosh.
There you go. Hey, there you go.
Villains. Oh, I didn't even see this behind me. I'm not gonna touch it. That right there. If you haven't bought it yet, go buy it.
Have you bought it
Yeah, I actually accidentally bought it twice.
on Spotify and iTunes?
No, just on iTunes twice.
Now, what do you want to see in Extended Battle of the Five Armies? More Feely.
More feeling.
More Feely. Right?
More Bard.
More Bard. Yes. Yes. A Thorin funeral.
Yes, that's a given. Okay, and then the chariot thing, which they show in the preview.
Yeah. Well, look at all the ice chariot things in the frozen
I'm
river.
like, where?
Drawn by the Rams, right?
Papa?
Didn't happen. Didn't happen in the movie. Then what else was there? Oh, I know what would be really interesting to see more of. I would like to see Saruman back in Dol Guldur, and after he says, "Leave Sauron to me," if Elrond actually leaves with the Lady Galadriel, and Radagast has already taken Gandalf away on his bunny sled in that moment, wouldn't it be cool if Christopher Lee gets more scenes? And
Just a little bit where he talks to him and he's like,
what if he finds?
we should be homies together.
Yeah, what if he finds a Palantir in the dust and the rubble, left behind by Sauron? Wouldn't that be interesting? Yeah, there you go.
Gotta feed the
You
meter.
gotta feed that meter.
I'd like
Yeah.
to see a Sauron teenaged angsty movie. When he was an angsty teen.
Oh gosh, yes. That now, in case the audience didn't hear that on the microphone, teenage Sauron, you know, okay, when he's all angsty, that could be Sauron's Twilight.
Oh, just
Yeah.
shoegazer. Like,
Sauron the shoegazer teenager is all
what girl broke his heart?
all depressed. Yeah. The girl that wouldn't go out with him.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be great.
Oh my gosh, that would be so funny.
She,
Yeah.
He asked her to marry her, and she gives him the ring back.
Oh,
makes it
bam.
Meter
That's too
time.
funny.
Theo.
That's too funny.
Oh yeah,
That would be great.
Beorn. I agree. Needs to be more
Yes,
Beorn.
there has to be a hell of a lot more Beorn in the extended version. That's definitely true. Oh, that cute little doggy. He's getting so excited.
Sauron making
Now I can say y'all can just barely hear you. Can just barely hear me? Well, okay. We'll have to talk a little bit louder. How's that? We don't need this anymore, do we? We're not using this. This microphone?
Yeah.
We don't need it, do we?
Yeah.
We do need it?
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure you guys can hear us. Okay, Daisy?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Can you hear us? Yes.
Can you hear me, love? Is that all right?
Did you say?
Yes. Anything Tom Hiddleston.
Tom
Yes.
Tom Hiddleston as young teenage Sauron. Yeah. Actually,
So Crimson Peak's gonna be good.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
we don't talk about
What?
Crimson Peak.
Because I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh. Crimson Peak is going to be super awesome, by the way. Crimson Peak is going to be awesome.
That was fangirl level overload in a, yeah.
Do you think it's gonna?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna show off what The Hobbit could have been. Kind of spooky, creepy.
Because we got the Guillermo in that. I mean, since he did that,
Yeah.
so.
There's Del Toro, he directed this, didn't he? I'm telling you, Del Toro did make an announcement at one point, about 3-4 years ago, about leaving The Hobbit and going up to do the Haunted Mansion. So he tied himself to that project by making an announcement at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Del Toro doing the Haunted Mansion. Then he was disassociated from the project, and I don't think Disney's rebooting it just yet. So, how about that? The reason why he made Crimson Peak was because he didn't get to finish making some of his ideas come to life for the Haunted Mansion.
So he's just throwing it there.
So he's putting those ideas for the Haunted House story into Crimson Peak, which I'm looking forward to. Honestly, I think if the Hiddles was in a Middle-earth movie, Tumblr would explode. Eravandi, I think you're onto something. That it might be some of the best possible casting that we could have.
I want Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman
That's who I want.
as Sauron, as a young Sauron.
No,
Oh.
just in.
Oh, in the Middle Earth. Oh yes, I would
Crimson
love.
Peak thing.
I love Gary Oldman.
I would love Gary Oldman to play Círdan. Wouldn't it be great if Gandalf first arrives at the Grey Havens and he meets Gary Oldman, who's dressed as Círdan the elf,
Yes.
and Círdan gives him Narya, the Red Ring of Fire, and then we could have this friendship and relationship between Gandalf and his first, friendship with one of the Eldar, one of the elves. Yeah, aren't you loving that?
Oh my gosh.
She's totally doing the Google specs. This is the Crimson Peak promotion in 3D. She's in the 3D universe.
She's doing the same thing you did.
She's
Which
doing
is
the same
look
thing.
behind.
She's looking behind, looking around.
This is so cool.
Isn't it so
What's
cool?
gonna be behind me though?
Nothing's behind you, but at least they gave you a space to look. It's so cool,
What's
isn't
that?
it?
It's. Can you hear it?
Yes? There's a thing coming out of the floor.
What's my language?
That is what happens when someone experiences that for the first time. Crazy
Isn't it weird?
Google Cardboard. Isn't it great,
I
though?
was worried that I was gonna have black rims around my eyes or something.
No, this isn't
So you guys,
Pee Wee Herman.
This is so cool.
it is super cool.
So, I may not be the smartest person, but I can get anything excited for you. So if you want me to get excited, that's what I'm good for.
More Pirates movies?
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Johnny
Adam
Depp?
Brown, I'm excited
Yes.
to see him.
Our buddy Adam Brown is going to be with, Jack Sparrow.
He's the cutest thing
He's awesome.
ever.
He's
I'll
a great
get another
guy.
pocket and carry him around too.
He is so awesome. You're going to
Did
have
you-
pocketfuls of...
Can you post the thing that I texted you earlier?
Which?
The GIF, whatever pronunciation.
Yes.
The one with him as the lion. Remember I sent you?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
I didn't know you could send gifts on
Text message?
text message.
It's how I communicate.
Yeah. There's a
Do
Disney...
you spend more time on Instagram or Tumblr or Twitter?
Depends on the day. Usually Instagram, but then I'll go to Tumblr. I kind of gave up a little bit more on Twitter. Because Tumblr is just a magical world where dreams come true. Is this your phone in here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that cool? Do you want to watch it again?
No, it scared me.
It's going to be scary. Crimson Peak is going to be pretty gruesome and cool.
And amazing.
Yes. Tom Hiddleston.
You get to see his mom.
You get to see Tom Hiddleston's naked bum? Whoa. Whoa. Fangirl's delight. Wait a minute. Someone in the chat room had said a little while ago, what I agree with 100%, some of the best casting ideas ever, that Tom Hiddleston could play the young Sauron. A Sauron, or maybe as Sauron appeared as, hello there, good to see you. He appeared in fair form, looking nice and appealing to be Anatar. That was his name, Anatar, and he taught the elves the craft of making magic rings. Saying, here, I'm going to teach you some good stuff.
Oh, Hiddles would be
Hiddles would be great for
You
that.
saw him as Loki, how cunning and just
Yes.
he's deceiving.
Yes.
That Slytherin face him. I love
Absolutely.
your
I agree. Like, this is fun. This is a
Yeah.
fun place to do a webcast,
It
isn't it?
really is. I feel like I could just play in here for hours and then realize it's like Tumblr in here.
A magical land where so many things can happen.
Yeah, except for that. Count that out.
Except for Jigsaw, who's just hovering over us. You guys are so... It's lovely to have you here and to, geek out on some fun things. There's a sneeze coming. I'm going to try to control it, but I don't think I can.
Look out, say raspberry.
Woo!
Or sneeze. Bless you.
Heavens to Murgatroyd. I'm 5 pounds lighter now after that sneeze.
Oh my gosh, I could feel that.
I know, huh? Justin's over there making aftershock jokes. Hey, Law and Order Shire Edition. Oh yeah. You know what? I always thought that'd be really funny and cool to have a TV show set in the Shire, following the daily routine of the sheriffs of the Shire, who are the hobbits who have to take care of people who steal vegetables, like Merry and Pippin, and deliver the post, deliver the cards.
Someone said they wanted a story about young Frodo before he moved in with Bilbo. So
Hey,
kind of bring those together.
That's a pretty good idea. Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you very much. It's a dream of mine someday to maybe write or work on one of these shows that could be in this Middle Earth universe.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm so down.
Let's move to New Zealand and let's get this ball rolling.
Do we have any big announcements for FantasyCon 2016? Yeah.
Geek's coming, I think. They said so, and then I may have messaged them getting all excited, and they had no idea what I was talking about. So...
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure they're going, so... I mean, it's Billy.
It's Billy. And it's going to be fantastic
And
weekend.
they're doing jousting. And
Really?
Are you guys coming out again?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't miss Salt Lake City FantasyCon 2016. They're going to pick up where they left off from 2014. Believe me, it's like a leap year. We leaped ahead to 2016.
That's one that it's worth flying out to.
It is so
Like,
fun. It is so fun.
It's that good.
It's so fun.
'Cause
It's so cool.
I think I've been to like 15-ish different cons.
Yeah.
And I would say FantasyCon was hands down the best. So
Super good.
best
Super
panels,
good.
best panelists, best guests.
Thank you. Oh my God. Are you kidding? It's a lovely experience. There's going to be a lot of folks there, and there will be other announcements throughout the year as they get closer to them. Believe me, they got to confirm some people who want to do some. But
That'll be amazing.
Live music from Billy Boyd and
Have
his
you
wonderful
seen them live?
friends.
Oh
in
yeah,
BK.
you've seen them for.
Yeah, they performed for us a few times. They're fantastic.
Right.
I love these guys. Loki is fantastic to love, hate. Ultron was awesome. Yeah, Avengers: Age of Ultron was fun, and I liked how they immediately connected what just happened in Age of Ultron to Ant-Man. They immediately connected it. That was pretty cool, actually.
Why don't you just call the Avengers?
And it's like, they thought they were going to one of Howard Stark's old abandoned warehouses, but at the very end of Avengers: Age of Ultron, Tony tells us this used to be one of my dad's old warehouses, so we're using this now. I love it.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
Someone did say if they're gonna have it the same venue for FantasyCon. No, they're gonna have it in a place where there's actually parking, where that exists, because Salt Lake there is zero parking. It's like downtown here.
Yeah.
But the place they're doing it, they're remodeling it, and there's a lot of parking, and it doesn't smell as bad either. So that's something to look forward to.
Oh, that's nice.
It's in Sandy. Sandy is beautiful.
It's in Sandy. Okay, cool. Cool. So it's not going to be in the downtown convention center again.
No.
Okay. Yeah. There wasn't much around as far as, places to grab a bite to eat.
That's Salt Lake City for you.
Really, I mean, that was a problem for some of the fans. Just that one little thing that there's no immediate infrastructure of restaurants or eateries or things to
go to the mall that's right down there, City Creek. There
was
a
one.
little bit, and then
But
like 3 or 4 restaurants. But
when you leave San Diego Comic-Con, you're in the Gaslamp District, which has street after street after street of bars and restaurants by the hundreds of bars and restaurants and places to eat.
that's not really Salt Lake for you.
And it's good for business. It's good for local businesses because they need in San Diego, they make like 7,000% of their yearly profit on one day.
That's where she's from.
Yeah.
I went there for the first time since I was like 3 yesterday and the day before. So
San Diego?
Yeah.
I enjoy San Diego. It's so fun and relaxed. It's so lovely. Did you get to go out to Coronado Island? Did you get to go out to that?
No, we didn't do that. We did Mission Beach, though.
Mission Beach? Love it.
I wanted to go to Coronado's because it sounds like Cornetto. Have you had a Cornetto before?
I've heard of Coronado.
Have you had the ice cream before, though?
Oh no, the ice cream. I haven't. I'd love to try it though.
Let's go get on a plane. Let's go.
All right, let's get on a.
Let's go to Scotland right now.
Really?
Right,
Is that where you get it?
Let's go.
All
Let's go
right.
to Scotland.
That's
Ireland.
good. You did a good brogue. Wow.
It's from that Billy.
Billy's teaching you.
Do
Oh
Dog's
look,
Waltz.
it's right here.
From the Dog Waltz, the first song on
Say
Blue
it,
Sky.
Daisy.
Say it. Yeah.
Say it. Do it.
From this one.
I dreamed I was a dog, running full tail through the long wet grass.
Through that long wet grass. I
Enjoying
can't.
every moment as it came and went.
I love that. I love that song. I love that part. It's just so. Billy Boyd is such a great guy.
Yo, what's the story behind this? Is that John Barrowman?
Was that Justin's trying to figure out something on
The
the
tea
side?
party.
Oh, I always wanted to have a tea party with John Barrowman, so I said, hey, let's have a tea party in our photo op. So
You brought a tea party?
I brought a box that I put a little thing on it, and then I glued some teacups onto it.
Sarah is asking, Daisy, did you ever go to Conduit Convention in SLC? That's the con I got engaged at many years ago.
No, but I should have. Congrats.
Yeah, I hadn't even heard of that. What is Conduit? You're going to have to tell us, Sarah, because that sounds like an interesting show that they have.
Inform me.
Yeah, and tell us more. Yeah, give us the deets. All the juicy deets. Oh, yeah, if you're going to Scotland, take me with you. Yeah.
Done. Let's go. Let's go. Scotland is like my favorite place ever.
We actually got to talk a little bit about Scottish independence. And
We were there actually when they were announcing everything. Like
Really?
we rolled up and I'm all, it's gonna be scary, and then there was like nothing going on.
really? Because I really would have loved to have been in that environment, you know, when that was happening.
Well, I was excited to like have some rioting or something going on, and
Rioting? Yeah.
I want to be like, yeah, for the people.
Yeah, yeah.
Stuff. Exclaim things.
Men in kilts rioting down the road.
That is my weakness.
Are you
in
an
life.
Outlander fan? Do you watch that show, Outlander? Good stuff?
Yeah.
'Cause
Well, men in kilts. You think like Wicked Tinkers?
yeah, the
Watching
Wicked Tinkers.
those men play.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, men in kilts. It works. It works. It reminds me of that joke in not the movie, but the book version of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, where they're just about to get to the Quidditch World Cup, and some of the wizards, one of the older wizards, has put on Muggle clothing improperly, and someone's trying to explain to him that is female Muggle clothing, because he's wearing a dress. He's like, "What's wrong with this? I like to feel a bit of breeze in me privates." Remember that? In Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire?
I'm trying to.
Remember that?
That was my least favorite book. So I
But
kinda
it was,
like-
I
But-
thought, whoa, Rowling went there. This is a kid's book, and she went to that joke. It was so funny. But, you know, when you say men in kilts, I'm always reminded of that joke. A bit of breeze in me
Now
privates.
I'll think of you when I go back in because I'm re-listening to them. So.
Yay, men in kilts, preferably with bagpipes.
Ah, yeah.
Love the Wicked Tinkers. See,
Yeah.
Stephanie, yeah? Stephanie's on it.
Lots of panels.
It's a fan-run science fiction convention. Ah, yeah, okay. With panels, art shows, costume contest. Some writers, RPGing live, LARPing. Yeah, live-action role-playing, LARPing.
Graham
Oh.
McTavish knows how to wear a kilt.
Sure
Ain't
does.
That the truth.
Sarah, that sounds like a really interesting science fiction show. All right. Look, it's 6:15, and they're starting to test the microphones for downstairs.
I've got to go to a concert, so.
And you gotta go. Who's you gonna see tonight?
Jim Adkins, the singer from Jimmy Eat World. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be so
He's no
fun.
longer Jimmy. He's Jim.
It's no longer Jimmy. It's
Jim
just
Eat World.
Jim Eat World. That's right.
He's dropped it.
Get it right. Justin, we missed you on the show today, sir.
Sorry,
we had to-
I'm right here.
You're
Like,
so-
as far as
No,
everybody's
we're-
concerned, I'm right here.
Honey,
Little
honey,
picture in
the
picture.
best upgrade. This is an upgrade compared to having to sit next to that. Best. I love you. It's lovely to have you. It's lovely to have you on the show. It's lovely to get fanboyish and fangirlish about things that we feel fanish about. If there's going to be that much argument about a female Doctor Who,
That's Radagast talking.
if there's a lot of heat behind Sylvester McCoy and other people saying it's not a good idea to have a female Doctor Who. I think there's still heat behind the conversation of having the next Doctor be Indian. Yes. You know what I mean? To represent.
I haven't heard that yet.
No. You haven't? Wouldn't it be great? The kid from Slumdog Millionaire. I would love to see him.
Have you heard any of
Doctor.
this?
You haven't heard of that? You haven't heard of that?
I've got like a shield because I have who I want.
The next Doctor? Oh, okay. Would you mind if the Doctor was suddenly not Caucasian and was Indian instead?
And then he went by the name Simon Pegg.
Okay. Simon Pegg would make a great Doctor. He would.
Him or Andy Serkis.
Oh gosh, Andy Serkis would make the best freaking Doctor ever. Why has no one ever said that to me before? Guys, wow. Andy Serkis as the Doctor. That is the ultimate Time Lord. Andy Serkis himself. That would be the ultimate thing.
You're going out. You're out of control today.
I think it's brilliant.
He's out of control.
That's a brilliant idea. Anyways, we still have to debate who's going to play young Aragorn. We'll figure something. We'll text me, figure it out, or maybe post some. You know what?
This or that.
We should do hashtag young Aragorn casting.
And
do some stunt. Let's do some stunt casting online and see if we can come up with something. All right, guys.
Thanks for joining us.
That is exactly where we're getting at. Pretty soon, we're going to lose our ability to do, our little live stream because they're getting another big show prepped downstairs, and we're in the loft right above the stage. So they're going to get their equipment ready, and lots of people are going to come in and see the show tonight. You've got to get going to see your show, and I've got to say sayonara, and definitely worth debating online.
We posted your dwarf crash video on our Instagram.
I need to see the rest of that.
Your dwarf
where I
crash
actually
video?
talk.
No, we just want you screaming.
I know, I wanted to see the rest of it where I actually talk. You just have me, I scream, and then it's silence.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You haven't seen the rest.
No!
Is it just a Vine video? Yeah, Daisy. So we've got Daisy's little video, and we're going to augment that, or we're going to change the video that we have on
No,
our...
it's just on Instagram.
It's on Instagram. Yeah, so check out the OneRing.net's Instagram. Good stuff. Thank you for being with us today, Daisy.
Thanks, Claire.
Delightful to have you, dear. Absolutely delightful to have you.
It's been absolutely marvellous having you by my side today.
I heard that the new Ian McKellen film is quite depressing. Really depressing. That's what I heard. I was just talking to my friend on Twitter, and he said, watching Ian McKellen lose his wits, watching Mr. Holmes lose his mental faculties. A bit like watching Still Alice. but I can't keep it up. I'm so down for any combination of director Bill Condon and Ian McKellen, because Bill Condon is such a great director, and he brought Ian McKellen to our immediate attention with Gods and Monsters, which is a wonderful film, and got Ian his first big Academy Award nomination. And then from that, Peter Jackson wanted to work with Ian, and so did Bryan Singer. And then all of a sudden, he became Magneto, and he became Gandalf.
He was the it guy.
He was the it.
He is, not he was. He is.
He is the it guy. But now, Ian McKellen, many years later, is coming around again to work with Bill Condon, a writer-director, who did Dreamgirls as well, and Kinsey, which was an interesting film. But I want to see Mr. Holmes, even if it is downbeat and depressing, but anything to see acting chops, like Ian McKellen's graceful acting. So brilliant, I gotta see it. Highly recommended, I'm hearing, but I heard it's really a downer, Debbie Downer movie. Alright, you must control your anger, boys and girls.
People were nice.
Control your anger.
Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, oh, see? Yes, Daisy, please visit us again soon. Oh, it is so lovely. We're going to say goodnight, everybody. Thank you for joining us on our live stream, Torn Tuesday. I'm Clifford Broadway, also known as QuickBeam. Follow me on Twitter, on the Twitterverse, at QuickBeam2000.
Arrivederci from BlondeNinja 221B.
And follow Daisy in the Twitterverse and on
oh, that's exciting
Instagram.
looking.
It's kind of cool. Try it, see?
Put it together.
Put it forward for you.
Oh, this is adorable.
All right, we're having a great show. There's lots to speculate about. anytime you want to join us on our Facebook timeline or argue with me on Twitter about what would be good or not so good in the Middle-earth cinematic universe, it's coming soon. It's a freight train that's coming down the tracks. Expect Warner Brothers to do big things with the stuff in the appendices, in Lord of the Rings. So, good night, everyone, for now, and we'll see you next week live at 5 o'clock Pacific time, right here on Torn Tuesday. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, and good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So, what button do we press?
That one.
Which
That
one?
one. That one. That one.